seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
Good afternoon, good early evening. I mean, it's 4:30. That's basically still afternoon, isn't it? I think 5 o'clock and afterwards we'll call good early evening. Welcome to another Deadline stream. We've got just under 2 hours to get all your questions done, get everything locked in for today. Obviously, we're going to talk about Rafinha. It's the talk of the town right now. And yeah, just go for your questions. I haven't made a transfer yet. I don't even know if I should, to be honest. Inside me, my head, it's telling me the best move is just to roll. If you can roll, it's always good to roll a transfer. But it's just, I cannot get Ismail Sarr out of my head. I'm even thinking about Adama Traore as well now. It's almost like I'm trying to force Benrahma out of my team, and I probably shouldn't do that. But yeah. Legit quote from the Leeds homepage. Adam Forshaw will be back in training next week, and the head coach has also confirmed that Bamford has no injury concerns. We already know that, yeah. Get it done. I don't think I want to. Evening from Somalia. Hello. Calvert-Lewin and Fornals to Bamford and Rafinha -4. I mean, I feel like just wait. I guess wait on any Rafinha moves. Let's see if we can get some. It is the first game of the week, so if there is any news, we might get something early. So we'll see, I guess. We'll see. Thoughts on Ramsdale? My wild card is active. I would ignore Ramsdale, I think. I don't know how confident I am that he is now just the number one and Leno's never going to play. And that is a pain for your goalkeeper situation to be in. So I probably wouldn't go there. And you could get Ben White anyway for a bit cheaper. When you have 7 options, play simple. Yeah. It's just, I'm in a bit of a limbo with my wild card because I've got the wild card. And so I feel like, should I play a little bit different? Am I thinking too much about keeping it? I don't know. The reason that Adama... The thing with Traore is, if he finally freaking scores in the Premier League and he just goes on a bit of a run, I'm not even saying goals every week, I'm just saying a good enough amount of points where, we like him, he's doing well. The fixtures are just so good for so long, so he's just a long-term hold, but maybe I don't need to worry about that. Just Sarr, there's a good chance he's on penalties, and that's pretty big, right? You know what's going to happen? I'm going to get Sarr, he's going to get a penalty, he's going to miss it, and then he'll be off penalties forever and ever and ever. We'll see. Can you see my team? You can see my team, indeed. Let me just pull it up here. Announce hamstring ping. No ping from Patrick Bamford. He is fit. Sofao to Semedo worth a -4. Only if you don't want Sofao after this week. Otherwise, I think it's probably okay, to be honest, just to hold Sofao. Bamford or Jimenez for differential captain Bamford. Thoughts on Hwang from Wolves? I just wouldn't go there until he starts starting, to be honest. If you want to take that risk, go for it. But I don't see any reason why Trincao and Traore won't start again. And I'm sure Hwang will come on, but I think in terms of a start, we just can't know that for sure. Thoughts on Salah, Lukaku, Trent, Ronaldo in one team. I've given lots of thoughts on this week. It's okay. I don't mind it as much as maybe I did earlier on in the week because you got Gray, you got Sarr, you got Traore, all doing okay at the cheap spots. But I still think it's too much of a sacrifice. I won't do it. And if I was wildcarding this week, I wouldn't be doing it. But that's just me. Plenty of people are doing it. Neil was saying the news about Rafinha should be considered as rumours. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just waiting to see if we get it from a good source. Just to quickly talk about what's happened with Rafinha is, so someone, I don't even know if this is the first place it came out, but somebody replied to me saying there's a rumour that Rafinha is out and Harrison is out, right? And I think Harrison was COVID, possibly. I could be wrong on that, but an illness. And then Rafinha had a thigh strain, right? Apparently it's from some site that's quite reliable for Leeds stuff. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen the direct quotes, and I haven't seen the link to whoever said it. And then there was this is where fantasy football is just crazy. Then there was a picture taken from someone apparently in Newcastle with the Leeds squad walking around. Do they usually do that a few hours before kickoff? Apparently so. And in that photo, he said he saw Rafinha but didn't see Harrison. So it kind of, because they never ruled Rafinha out, they just said he's a bit of a doubt. So the fact that Harrison wasn't there, supposedly wasn't there, unless someone's putting this big plan together, then that kind of gives a bit of credibility to the rumour and that Rafinha might have a thigh strain, but we just don't know. So would it put me off bringing him in? Possibly, but I'm certainly not going to take him out unless I get some concrete news. So we'll see. We will see. That's basically the long and the short of it. Now everybody else is talking about it because of that. Who's coming from the bench to replace Antonio? Duffy or Williams? Duffy for me. He's got a lot of goal threat, that guy. With Antonio on the bench, I have to play one of Sissoko versus Norwich or Christensen, who is not certain to start versus Spurs. I'd probably play Sissoko. On wildcard, White and Williams, or Marçal and Good. I quite like Marcel's fixtures. So as long as you don't have to play this goodie, is it goodie that often? I'd probably go for Marcel. Lukaku. I mean, Lukaku Salah captain. I've taught again Salah for me. Like, I'm not questioning that at all. Trent is captain and Semedo instead of Amati. Yeah, Semedo is definitely better than Amati. Trent is captain. If you want to go for it, go for it. I don't mind any of the Liverpool boys this week, to be honest. On wildcard, should I risk Rafinha or invest in Greenwood? I mean, it's quite a big money upgrade. I'd probably still have Rafinha, to be honest. If it wasn't for the stupid 90-minute deadline, we would know. That's absolutely true. We would know. What is going on? Duffy versus... what is going on? Duffy versus Leicester. I think I would probably go Duffy versus Leicester than Ayling versus Newcastle, I think. Because I think Ayling's going to play in more of a centre-back role tonight. Deadline day jitters. Happy Friday. Jota in. Chaz, how's it going? You got to have Jota if you're a wildcard, which I think you are, aren't you? Scott, thanks for the videos. I've done one free transfer for Jimenez in for Tony. Nice. Should I use the other free transfer for Veltman to submit? Nah, if you can do Ben Rama to Jota for a -4, I would be tempted. I'd be tempted. I don't think you have to do it, but I would be tempted if you can just do it for -4. I wouldn't do Veltman to Semedo -4. I've actually considered I can actually do Ben Rama to Gray. No, actually, I can do Ben Rama to Sarr, and then I can do Ayling to Semedo for a -4. I have considered that, but I just don't think I should. I feel like this is a week to maybe... There's too many issues. Maybe just roll it and go on. Bench Ben White or Veltman. I would probably bench Veltman out of those two, although he is at home, but probably. Who'd have sailed to get Semedo out of Ben White and Ayling? I think long-term Ben White's probably a better hold, so I'll say Ayling. Start Sofar Duffy or -4 for Sofar. I would start Duffy over Sofar and not take the -4. Why is Mendy an unpopular goalkeeper choice? It's just the price. It's just the price. He's so expensive. Isn't he 6 million, right? That's it, basically. So Maximin or Jimenez up front with Jimenez. Luca Dean or Ayling, who is better this week? Who have Everton got? Everton have got Villa. I'd probably play Luca Dean, to be honest. I think there's a little bit more of a chance of a clean sheet. Well, there is no Wilson for Ayling, so... Do you think Amati will play? I don't think so, because... I mean, I could be wrong, but what's his name played? It was Vestergaard and Soyuncu in the Europa League. So I don't see why Amati would come back in, to be honest with you. Too risky to captain Torres. Will he start? I mean, will he start? You're going to be asking yourself that every week. I think he will start. I think he's a good outside captain opportunity if you're prepared to play the risk. But Salah's obviously great. Dominic, thanks for coming on Patreon support as well. Ings to Bamford or roll and do it next week. I mean, if it's for free, I'd do it this week. Do it this week if it's for free. Why not? Why not do it for free? Let me just press this here. Why is that there? Now it's there. I've got the iPad out for this. I've learned to do something really clever with this iPad. I'm going to... Oh, hang on. Not too clever. Oh, no, it's not working. It's not working. Okay, hang on. Ah, for God's sake. Okay, hang on. I need to sort something in a sec. There we go. Let me just let that work itself out a sec. Sorry. I've lost the chat as well. Greenwood or Jimenez? I'd probably go Jimenez, I think. Okay. Let me just quickly sort this out a sec. Let me just see if this works. Let's see the big test. Okay, it does work. Right, so this stream, this deadline stream, has been sponsored by Ultimate Fan. We're going to talk a little bit more about my team later on, right? I'm not going to go through it right now, but you can see it on screen, the app. I've got loads of different players. You're going to tell me who I should put in. If you haven't already downloaded it, if you're from the UK or from Ireland, go and do it now before the deadline. It's literally free to play. You just got to open some packs, set your team, and there's real money up for grabs. There's no real reason not to do it. If you're from the UK or Ireland, 18 or over, there's a link in the description. Go and do it now. If you're on your phone, just do it. Come back to the stream after. Let me know in the chat what players you got from your packs. Just say you got these players from the packs in Ultimate Fan. But yeah, go and do it now. Like I said, there's no catch. It's free to play. and there's real money up for grabs. I won 25 quid last week. You can buy extra packs if you want through the subscriptions, but you don't have to. But yeah, I'm going to go through my team later on because I want to make some changes, but I want to check in with you lot about whether you should do it. But yeah, link in the description below. And yeah, look, I can play around with my iPad now on the screen. So maybe we'll do something funky with that at some point. I figured that out. It's like a new tech thing. I'm well happy with it. But for now, we'll concentrate on the FPL. But like I said, go and get that downloaded. There is a link in the description below. And I'll make sure I don't lose the chat again. I'm already lost with all the questions that are coming in. I mean, a lot of people are on wildcard this week, right? So there is a hell of a lot of questions. Can I get your full opinions on Greenwood? But when people say I want your opinion on Greenwood, what's the question? Like, what's the actual question, you know? Let's talk tech. I'm well happy about having the iPad on there. Am I doing another watch along? Probably not. Probably not this weekend. Let's have a look. Yeah, Seb won 600 quid. Not I'm a fan. So I want this. I was close. I was in the top 10. But like 25 quid, happy days. Who to sell? Okay, and then done that one, done this one, done this one, done them all. Do you think Marty will play? No. Too risky to captain Torres. Done that. Ings to Bamford. Yeah, do it. Arteta, I can't promise Leno he'll play. Oh, Arteta said that. I can't promise Leno he'll play this season. I still feel like Ramsdale's a little bit of a risk too far. I just wouldn't do it. Decory or Gray? Probably Gray. Bamford and Marcel from Tony and Sofal for a -4. Yeah, I quite like that. Take a -4 for Antonio out for Jimenez. No, I probably wouldn't do that. You want Antonio back next week, I think. Sanchez, Trent, Rudiger. Couldn't think of any transfers for long term. Christian, if you haven't got any transfers to do, don't make any. It's fine to roll a transfer. Like, your team looks pretty good. I'm not really seeing too many issues. Sanchez or Ramsdale? I would go Ramsdale. I would go Sanchez, I think. I would go Sanchez. Wildcard, Jota or Greenwood or both? Definitely Jota if you can only have one. I mean, both possibly works. Depends on the rest of the team, but definitely Jota if you can only have one. If you had Jota, who would you captain? I mean, Salah is by far the best captain this week. So Jota or not, I'm still captaining Salah. Luka Dean or Semedo already have Marcel. I'd probably still go for Semedo, to be honest. Duffy or Williams to cover Antonio. Duffy. I have Salah, Trent, Simicast. Would you do Simicast to James, Semedo, and Ben Rama to Jota for a -4? I probably would consider that if I could afford it. Yeah, I've actually looked to see whether I can afford a similar move, and I can't. So yeah, I probably would, Conrad. Pokerface, thank you. Louis, do you think greening De Bruyne is a good idea? I don't think so. I think you can wait till like game week 8. They've got to play Liverpool and Chelsea soon. I just wouldn't do it. I spoke about that on the preview. Triple captain Salah to get back some points. Nah, I wouldn't think like that. If you don't think this is a good week, this just is. I prefer saving the triple captain for a double game, even though it never works for me. So don't worry about clawing back points like that. Because then when that person you've clawed back the points from then has their triple captain in a better position later on, they're just going to pull away anyway. Should I bench Antonio and start over Brandon Williams or Alan in this place, or take the -? I would take Antonio out for a -4. That's for Ryan Wardman. Darren, thank you. Owen, Vardy and Dennis for Antonio and Calvert-Lewin -4. Nah, I would just do Calvert-Lewin out for someone, to be honest. I wouldn't. I mean, Vardy's not a bad option, but I wouldn't do that. No. Marius. Kane and Buemo to Lukaku Rafinha -4. Bad choice. I wouldn't say it's a bad choice, but I don't know if it needs the -4. Like, Kane versus Chelsea, is that much worse than Lukaku versus Spurs? I mean, it probably is with Spurs' issues, but I don't hate it. I would hope we will get some Rafinha news, but yeah, it's not a bad transfer. I don't know if you need to do the hit, to be honest. Should I keep Grealish and roll a transfer or move to Rafinha or Troy? You could just keep Grealish. It's Southampton. I probably would keep him. Pokerface, thank you. Daniel Butler, on a wildcard and have Bamford and Calvert-Lewin. Would you have set Maximin or Jimenez? Jimenez. I mean, obviously the Rudiger thing you'll have to decide, but out of the two, I prefer Jimenez. Why not having Antonio in to mess with the average? I would, in the old days, I would definitely put Antonio into my team. But too many people just get super annoyed about it, and I can't be bothered having it on my Twitter feed all weekend, to be honest. Surely you start Foster over Sanchez in case. Well, in case Foster suddenly gets his place back. Maybe. I always worry though, like what happens if Backman gets injured and Foster comes on? Like it's just, you know, that would be annoying. And Sanchez gets a clean sheet. It's not a bad shout. I don't think I'll do it though. Tony out for Bamford or Jimenez. Bamford's the one to bring in this week, I think. Happy Friday, Loz. How's it going? I always try to chuck a few quid in as a thanks for the content, but I've just read that YouTube takes 50%. No, it's not 50%. It's 30% they take. I think they take 30%. But there's no other easier way to do it, to be honest, to cut the percentage. Yeah, I'm not going to keep talking about Rafinha because we'll be here all day for a rumour. So it is what it is at the moment. We'll try and get some news later on. Do you think Veltman / Ayling to Semedo or Benrahma to Jota? Do you think Veltman, Ayling to Semedo or Benrahma to Jota? Benrahma to Jota, I think. Traore and Jimenez or Gray and Antonio? Gray and Antonio probably. Benrahma to Gray or Sarr or Adama. Right now I'm leaning towards Sarr if I make the move. I'm not saying I definitely will though. On a wildcard, Ronaldo versus Lukaku. Ronaldo. Yeah, Ronaldo. That's for Mikel. Chuck Woody. John, thank you. Samson, thinking of captaining Semedo for a punt. Thoughts? I don't like it. I'm never going to like a move like that. If you want to do it, go for it. But it is that. It's just a punt. For no real good reason, really. I mean, of course, he could get a haul, but so could plenty of other safer players. Should I do Antonio to Bamford? If you want to, yeah. Sent you my team on Insta. I'm not checking Instagram for teams, I'm afraid. Simon, Bamford, Ronaldo and Adama in for Antonio, Bruno and Tony for a -4 hit. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice to me. Yeah, you could go for Saar, but Adama's a long-term pick, I think. Poople kit. Chambers to Marcel Tierney. I have Semedo. Tierney is pretty nice. If you have Tierney and Semedo, that's two nice wing. Well, Tierney doesn't always play wing back, but potential wing backs for like a 4.9. That's quite nice. Lukaku will smash Tottenham. He definitely could. Yeah, he definitely could. Play Allen or Brandon Williams. I'd probably play Brandon Williams. On Wild, I'll go for Jota and Pukki or Antonio and Sarr. Probably Antonio and Sarr, but obviously this week Jota and Pukki looks much better. I mean, long term, Antonio and Sarr I think is better. But for the short term, I'd probably go Jota and Pukki. Just because Antonio misses this week. Abdulrahman Gamal, thank you. Rag Have, thank you. Jarrow. Place Sissoko or swap Simicast and Matip Semedo for -4. Just place Sissoko, I think. Is having both Gallagher and Gray in a wildcard stupid? I wouldn't say it's stupid, no. I wouldn't downgrade to Basuma either unless you can bench one every week. If you can bench one every week, then yeah, just downgrade to Basuma or another 4.5 and save the money. Why don't I start with Foster? I mean, Foster's not going to start, is he? So then you're hoping that Foster randomly starts or you're potentially getting a cameo. I just don't think it's worth it at all, to be honest. Still new at Tiffany, still new at this. Would you take a hit for questionable Christensen and bring in Marcel or Semedo? I don't know. Christensen's an annoying one because he played in the Champions League, didn't he? Or it's against Spurs as well. I don't think I would take the hit. If I've got a bench defender, I'd probably take the risk on Christensen, I think. Do you think not taking a -points hit through the season gives you an edge? I mean, it can do, but some people just take hits for the sake of it. But sometimes a hit is good. It depends on the move and what your long-term moves are, if you're restructuring, etc. Harry, 4.5 to Bamford or Simicast to Semedo, 4.5 to Jota -4. A 4.5 to Bamford for free sounds good. Rudiger or James? I'd probably go for Rudiger, I think. I think Rudiger's the safest, best Chelsea defender option right now. Maybe when Chilwell gets his place back off Alonso, of all people, we could look there. But I think Rudiger. Jota agree with Jota by a long way. Bamford and Jimenez or Ronaldo? I mean, it's Ronaldo plus someone, right? If you're not going to captain Ronaldo, Bamford and Jimenez is probably better value. So it depends if you're going to captain him. Lama Corn Bears. For Game Week 5, Semedo and Gallagher or Williams or Rafinha? Semedo and Gallagher, I think. Separately play Williams or Gallagher. Rag have already taken -4 with early transfer. Should I take another hit to move on DCL? If yes, then who? I would get Bamford in. But whether or not you need to do that depends on your bench options. You've already taken a -4. The thing is, Calvin-Lewin's out for 2 to 3 weeks, so I would move him on, yeah. Yeah, I would move him on. No, we already knew Calvert-Lewin was out anyway, so I gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure he didn't make that move, but obviously I don't know what the rest of your team was. Is there any chance that Tsimikas will start, which is the rumour I heard? Honestly, that rumour about Tsimikas starting just seems to have been started by people in the FPL community. That's literally it. Like, the fact that they think he might play because Robertson's played a lot. Like, Robertson, I checked earlier, Robertson played every single Premier League game last year. And a lot of people on Twitter did say to me, well, they had some defensive issues, so they didn't really want to change Trent and Robbo too much. That could be correct, but he doesn't get rested that often. So I think Tsimikas is wishful thinking. If I'm wrong, then I'm going to really wish I played him, but I just don't think I'm going to be wrong. So I'm not gonna play him. Ronaldo and Gray or Ronaldo, Jota and Duffy in from -4. I like the -4 with Jota. I said that last week though and he blanked, but I do like it. Son and Tsimikas to Jota and James -4. That sounds nice, but I would probably go Rudiger. Also, there's Torres, Ronaldo or Jota captain. Jota different. Out of those, I'd probably go Ronaldo. Torres, Ronaldo or Jota, probably Ronaldo. Souček and Tony out for Bamford and Allen. Sounds good as long as you don't have to play Allen every single week. Ayling versus Veltman for the last defender spot. If I only had to play one of my Ayling or Veltman, I'd play Ayling. So Maximilian Scarlett out or Bamford and Antonio out. I will probably wildcard game week 8. You could go Bamford short-term move. Josh Downton, thank you. Dudes. Is it bad to transfer Grealish to Gilmore for free to get Trent back for Duffy? Means Shaw, James and Trent in defence with Salah, Ronaldo and Lukaku. If that's for free, then Grealish to Gilmore, Trent in for Duffy could be decent. But I think I'd just play Grealish against Southampton. That could be a lot of goals in it for Man City, you know. Thinking of getting rid of Shaw for Reece James. I don't think there's any need to do that for a few more weeks. Shaw's at least nailed on, right? I do think Reece James will probably play this weekend. The only thing is, I think... who was it that was putting it up? I think it's FPL Flapjack was putting it up earlier. The problem with Reece James is he does often come on when he's benched. Sometimes you get defenders, they either play or they just stay on the bench, but he does come on quite often. So, like I said in the video earlier this week, I would go for Rudiger first, and then if you get a second one, then I would possibly go to James then. Gray or Trincao. Trincao seems much more promising, but if Gray does well and I don't have him, I'll be kicking myself. I'd probably go for Gray. My main worry about Trincao and Traore is just rotation, minutes concerns, that's all. So I'd probably go Gray. Would you do Shaw out to a Chelsea defender on a wild card? Yes, Rudiger. Christensen, thank you. Owen. Start Ben Rama or Brandon Williams. Ben Rama, fully rested, isn't he? Someone's beeping outside. Antonio to set Maximum for a hit? No. Omo or Allen to start? If no, I'll say Omo. Omo Bamidele, is that right? I think there's a relatively good chance Salah starts on the bench. I don't think there's much of a chance of that at all, to be honest. But that's just me. So I would still captain him. Remember last time Salah was benched against Palace, right? We were all really frustrated and he got like 16 points or something. Klopp benched their best defender versus Milan and said today there will be changes again. So there's definitely a good chance for Tsimikas. Maybe. But I think the difference is Robertson was only out for like a week or two, wasn't he? Van Dijk was out for like nearly a whole season. I'm not saying that Tsimikas is like no chance, but I do think the chance is quite low that he starts. And like we don't know. So there is a chance of a cameo as well. That's what puts me off. To be fair, Robertson doesn't usually get subbed off once he starts, but I don't know. What's the upside versus the potential downside? I think I'd rather just play Veltman, who I'm pretty sure is going to start, you know? Grealish to Jota or Tsimikas Amarty to Veltman Duffy for free. Grealish to Jota is nice, but I don't think you need to get rid of Grealish before Southampton. Why not start Tsimikas over Ayling? Because I just don't think Tsimikas is going to start, and then I would worry about a cameo. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm watching the Liverpool game, hoping he doesn't come on. Unless of course Ayling messes up, gets a red card or something. Yeah, I could put Tsimikas first sub, possibly. I don't know. Ben Rama to Sarr, Gray Adama, or roll the transfer. Like right now, I'm rolling, but if I do go for something, I'll probably go for Sarr. Change Ben Rama to Rafinha or Duffy to Marsa. Benrahma to Rafinha is nice. If Antonio, but let's wait and see if we get any news on him. I'm going to be keeping an eye out. Do I really think Alien gets a clean sheet? But I don't even think that really matters. I think there's a chance, right? There's a chance for a clean sheet, and there's a chance that Tsimikas doesn't start like he never, ever does. Like, we're not talking about a Man City defender that sometimes plays, sometimes doesn't. Tsimikas just hasn't played at all. I know there's reasons for that last season. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but yeah, I don't... I'm not going to play him. I'm not going to play Tsimikas. Oh, Seb's put Adama Traore in. If Antonio was in the 11, will he be subbed at the end of the game? Yes, he will. Cancelo or James and Greenwood or Torres? Cancelo and Greenwood on wildcard, I think. No, sorry, Cancelo. Probably Greenwood, yeah. And then if Torres is still playing in Game Week 8, go from there. But, I mean, Torres can be huge this week. He really could. But probably Cancelo and Greenwood. Tinash, thank you. Kevin, Shaw, Semedo, Trent, and 2 4s, or Shaw, James, Trent. Marcel and Livramento, no one left over. Probably the second one, but with Rudiger, I think. Rudiger or Reece James? Rudiger. I feel like we've had that question so much. On wildcard, Tierney or Reece? Tierney, I think. Get Bamford for Obafemi. And Benrahma for Gilmore -4. No, I don't think so. I think I'd probably just play Benrahma. Play Saka or Sarr. Who have Arsenal got? Arsenal have got Burnley away. Burnley away or not? I'd probably play Sarr just because it's Norwich. Best Chelsea triple up for wildcard Game Week 7. I mean, let's wait till Game Week 7. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it could be Rudiger, Lukaku plus James, or Rudiger, Lukaku, Chilwell. It could be Rudiger, Lukaku, Mount, but I'm not going to decide now when there's a few more weeks to go. Anything could happen by the time that comes around, you know. Do you think Torres will start this week? Yes. I'm going to say yes, but I mean, it's Pep, so if he doesn't, I won't be shocked. Jimenez in for Antonio now if I'm wildcard in Game Week 7. Jimenez in for Antonio now if I'm wildcard in Game Week 7. Yeah, possibly if you're definitely locked in for that wildcard. Because at least then you get some good fixtures out of Jimenez. Ailing or Dennis Watford to start? Probably go Dennis. Is Tony the best forward for his price? I think right now I'd probably go Pookie if I was spending that money just because of the fixtures. These Rafinha rumours are ruining my day. I know, and I don't know if we're going to get any news, to be honest, but we'll see. Tanash, thank you. David, Sarr, Troyer, or Graham for Ben Rahman. Sarr. Sanchez, wildcard, Bamford, CR7, Traore, Jota, Salah, I guess, GRY, who's that? I don't know, Rafinha, Marcel. Looks good, Salman. Did Ings to Bamford yesterday, enjoying a stress-free deadline for once. Relaxing in a jacuzzi in Montenegro, very nice. Hoping for a Saka hat-trick. Good luck this week. Cheers, Damien, good luck to you too. Leo, downgrade Fernandes on free transfer and add Ronaldo next week. As above, but take the -4 to get Ronaldo now. Risk Jesus for the -4 and then... No, I wouldn't -4 Jesus in. I wouldn't... So, here's the thing. You could take the -4 for Ronaldo. I think it's less worth it if you're not going to captain him. But I wouldn't do the Fernandes move to fund a Ronaldo move for next week. I would just hold Fernandes if you're going to do that. So, it's either a roll or take the -4. I wouldn't do a free transfer. So, decide how much you want Ronaldo this week. And if so, go for the -4. But don't downgrade Fernandes and to get Ronaldo next week. Fernandes is still a good option, so I'd just keep him. Gilmore to... Plus, like, next week, you might change your mind on who you want to bring in, you know? Gilmore to Sarr or Adama Traore into wildcard Game Week 8. I'm gonna say Sarr. I'm gonna get so much stick when Sarr blanks again against Norwich, aren't I? Yeah, that Rafinha that's travelled for the squad, I don't think Ben's got any in the know knowledge. He's probably just getting that from the picture. The picture of Rafinha, I guess. I took a -4 last week for Lukaku and Jimenez. I was thinking -4 to swap in Mbeumo for one of... Nah, I wouldn't take a -4 to get rid of Mbeumo this week. Don't think you need to do that. Start one. I'm about Dembele or Benrahma. You've got to be Benrahma. I know I just completely butchered that name as well. Benching Antonio, play Ayling or Brownhill. Probably Ayling for me. On wildcard, is Rafinha worth the risk? Yeah, I would still go for Rafinha, I think. It's confirmed Rafinha is in fact... If anyone's saying something's confirmed, then I like... Forgive me for not trusting what people say in chat. I need a link. So either put your source in the chat or tweet me the link. Otherwise, I'm just not going to believe it. I don't think Ben does have inside info, honestly. I really don't. You never answered about Sissoko. Did I not? I feel like I've talked about Sissoko a lot. Lots of questions about him. Bench and Antonio. Yeah. -4 punt for Jesus. I mean, it depends who you're taking out, but probably not. My son bought in Jesus. He said, who should I get rid of for Calvert-Lewin? I said, Bamford. No, sorry. Who should I bring in for Calvert-Lewin? I said, Bamford. And he just went, okay, I'm going to get Jesus. So, there you go. Ramsdale, Sanchez, and Wildcard. Yeah, I think you already asked that. I definitely answered it. Sanchez. That's for Craig. Ntembe, thank you. Nikhil, Gundogan to Jota for a hit. No, not against Southampton. I'd probably just keep Gundogan. Excuse me. Differential captain. Excuse me, hang on. Something's tickling. Differential captain, Livramento versus Man City. I don't think so. I mean, if that worked out, you go down as a genius, but the chances of that are pretty slim, I would say. The thing is, right, one thing I haven't even thought about, let's just say there was some news that Rafinha was out. I don't even know what I would do. I don't even really want to take him out. I can't play Basuma. I'd probably have to take him out. And maybe think about bringing him back in Game Week 7. I'd probably just do Rafinha to Salah, to be honest. But I'm waiting to see if we get any news. Antonio for Bamford with no loss, or just bench Antonio in a 4-5-1 formation with Ronaldo up front and 2 free transfers. Yeah, if you want Antonio next week, it's perfectly fine. I think a lot of people seem put off by having to play a 4-5-1. It's just perception. I'm playing a 4-4-2 just because I'm set up with 3 strikers. If I had 2 strikers, I'd happily play a 4-5-1. So if you've got a good bench option, you can definitely just bench Antonio. Semedo, Trent, James, Cancelo, Jota, thoughts on Sarr and Gray. Should I get them for now and sell later? I mean, Pratiush, if that's your team, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think you need to bring in Gray or Sarr for that team. I mean, don't worry. Don't listen to me about Sarr, honestly. Favourite meal on a cheat day? I don't know, really. I don't know. I don't really think about it too much. I got a craving for pizza tomorrow. I might get pizza. I might save some calories today and use them tomorrow for pizza. But I always have pizza and I'm like, it wasn't that good really, was it? It was fine. By the way, do you give the video a like if you've been enjoying it? Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. If you have recently joined the stream, it is sponsored by Ultimate Fan. If you're in the UK or Ireland, 18 and over, there is a link in the description below. There's also a link at the top of the chat as well. It's completely free to play and there is free money up for grabs, right? So if you win the contest, there's a new contest every single game week. There's money up for grabs. 8.5 grand this week. First place is something like 1,500 quid. There's really no reason just not to get it downloaded right now. Open your pack, set your team. Even if you haven't got what you think is a great team, you might as well set it, and if it wins, great. If it doesn't, you just move on to the next game week. So yeah, click that link in the description below if you haven't checked it out already. Thoughts on a free hit? I wouldn't do it, to be honest. If you're asking about who I would put in, I mean, I've not even given it any thought, but I would definitely have Salah, Jota, probably Salah and Trent, maybe Jota or maybe Mane as well. Outside of that, I've not really given it too much thought, to be honest. Who'd start out of Amati, Simicast and Gilmore? Gilmore got drunk at the pub Sunday, took out Antonio. Levi, unlucky. Then again, he's not going to play this week, so it's not that bad. Barnes and Simicast out for Jota and Semedo -4. Yeah, love that. Barnes or Benrahma to Rafinha, or hold both. You could just hold both, but if I was going to do one, I'd probably do Benrahma, I think. You have to try pizza. I have tried pizza before. Just when's the Ultimate Fan deadline? I think it's the same time. That's a good question, actually. I think it's the same time as the UK deadline. Sorry, the FPL deadline. Let me just see. Oh, no, it's 2 hours, 51 minutes. So that is... Oh, okay, it's basically by the first game. So you got a bit longer. So even at the end of the stream, you could go and do it. Captain between Salah, Trent, Ronaldo. Salah. I always get it set before by the FPL. I basically try and set all my teams by the FPL deadline, and then I'm done. But yeah, you've got up until 8 o'clock to do it. So even if you wanted to watch the stream and do it after, you definitely could. When Antonio Benrahma to Lukaku Sissoko, mistake? Not necessarily, but I wouldn't want to have to play Sissoko every week. For this week, it's fine, but for every other week, maybe not. -4 for Semedo and Sarr, otherwise playing 3-5-2 with Brownhill playing, thinking Trent captain. Again, I wouldn't worry about having to play a bench player this week, but Semedo and Sarr are both good options. So it depends on the -4, but yeah, it could be decent. Thoughts on Antonio to Raul Jimenez? I don't mind it, but I think next week, like if Jimenez isn't bang this week, then next week you're going to wish you had Antonio, I think. Thoughts on going to a back 4-4-3-3, get Cancelo for Gameweek 8? Yeah, I think some people will move to that. I'm not really worried about it right now, but some people will move to that, yeah. Should I take out Christensen for Ben White or who else? Is this a wild card or just for your team? I would just play Christensen, I think. Adrian, what's going on? Thank you for your stream. Wildcard Gameweek 8? Possibly. I haven't completely decided yet. It's a good week to do it, though. Right now, I prefer Game Week 8 to 7 because you can do something a bit more interesting with the transfers in Game Week 7, right? You could get rid of like your Liverpool players against Man City for whoever else you wanted to, and then bring them back in on wildcard. Was thinking of benching Basuma and playing Veltman. I have it the other way wrong. Am I wrong? No, not necessarily. I just hope that there's... Like with Basuma, I just don't really know what the attacking potential is. Whereas Veltman could be playing right wing back, so you've got attacking potential and clean sheets. That's about it, really. There's not a huge amount in it, to be completely honest. I'm not really expecting a huge amount of points anyway. I think this is one of those weeks where I've just got to hope for the best and just take it from there, basically. Let me just change this. Masala. Buendia out for a hit or just hold? Yeah, there's a chance he's back, but I mean, if you've got a good bench option, you can maybe keep one more week and deal with it next week, but he's only going to be back just before the game, so we don't know what his fitness and stuff will be like. Apparently it's okay, so he might play, but I don't know. I would be tempted to take him out for a hit, I think, because I don't think there's a guarantee that he starts. So I would probably, because I think you don't really want him after this week anyway. So I'd probably just get rid of him. You need to get a Wolves player in. But who would I even take out? Like, I mean, I could get a Wolves player in. I could do Veltman to like Marçal. Something I've considered. But I don't think that's where I want to spend my transfer. Veltman's got Palace next week. I can't do Tony to Bamford. Do you think I should downgrade Benrahma to Sarr, which will allow me to upgrade Tony to Bamford? I quite like that, yeah. Cash in on Benrahma, get a good Tony upgrade. I quite like that, yeah. This is for Cristiano. Bench one of Ailing, Marçal or Benrahma. Ailing. Salah triple captain. If you want to go for it, sure, but I just would wait for a double game week, to be honest with you. Start Benrahma or Semedo? Benrahma. Start Benrahma or Semedo, Ailing, Trent, Shaw and Ben White? I would start Benrahma over one of those defenders, probably over Ailing. Thoughts on my wildcard team? Sanchez, Trent, Tomiyasu, nice. Ailing. I wouldn't have Ailing, I don't think, in a wildcard team, to be honest with you. I think Veltman's a better option. Gray, Jota, Pepe, Salah, Ronaldo, Bamford. Yeah, I like it. Kartik, I like it. Start Gilmore, Williams or ESR. I don't think Smith Rowe is going to start again. I just don't know how attacking Gilmore is. I'd probably start Gilmore. Just I don't think Norwich keep a clean sheet. They're at home though. Do you think Torres will start? Yeah, I think he probably will. Raul or Bamford? Bamford. 2 from Rafinha, Gray, Traore, Benrahma. Rafinha and Gray. Rafinha and Gray. Would you play Benrahma or Williams? Benrahma. I don't know why. Like, I know that I'm trying to sell, but I know that I'm thinking about selling Benrahma, but I've got no issues with playing him. If you've got him like versus defender, just play Benrahma. Just play Benrahma. Still no info about. Rafinha. I don't know if we're going to get anything. I don't even know who would have early news. Let me message someone a sec. Someone who definitely isn't going to give me Rafinha news, but I'm going to message them anyway. I wonder if they're watching. Probably not. Do you think? Yeah. Would you play? Yeah, Benrahma. Sofal or Amarty to Semedo? Amarty, because I think Sofal will keep playing, right? Start Sofal or Brownhill. Probably Sofal. Paul, Roon, Anderson, Sanchez, Shaw, Luka Dean, Semedo, Greenwood, blah, blah, blah. Any weak points? No, not really. Looks pretty good. I'm guessing that's a wildcard team. According to a TalkSport guy, Rafinha is fit, but Harrison's out. Yeah, that seems to be it. But that seems to be where the rumour started. And it's worth saying that nobody ever ruled Rafinha out. They just said he was a doubt. They never completely ruled him out. So there is a chance that Rafinha is fit, but we just don't know. Mario P, thank you. People are asking me to check Instagram DMs. I'm not going to check them on stream. Like it's usually just all the stuff that I've covered in videos, so I don't check them that often, to be honest. It's usually like I've done a video about it, and then I get a question about it. I'm just like, go watch the video. That's just an easier way to cover it for a mass lot of people than doing like individual replies on Instagram. Rafinha being used in the match promo from Leeds. Yeah, I wouldn't take too much from that, to be honest. Like it's not always that the social media team are clued in, or that they're linked in with a manager and all that stuff. Because that match promo would have come out a lot earlier anyway, so we don't know. Sold Gray and Antonio for Gallagher and Calvert-Lewin on Saturday. Got the news that Calvert-Lewin's injured, so then had to get Bamford. So now I have a -8 and Gallagher's on the bench. Should I free hit to negate the -8? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Just live with it. Live with it and try not to make early transfers if you don't have to. What are the chances of Marty plays if he didn't get any minutes last night? I think it's unlikely, to be honest. If you've got someone else that could come on if he doesn't play, then great. But if he's your only hope, I wouldn't be that confident. Start one of Simicast, Amarty or Brownhill. I think it'd have to be Brownhill, Espen, to be honest. Are you ready for the Bamfina show? I'm ready for Patrick Pingford and Raphael. I think his real name's Raphael Day something. Raphael de Thiestrain. I'm ready for them both. I bought in De Bruyne and Semedo for Bruno and Hoover. Wildcard in soon. Nice. De Bruyne punt. I like it against Southampton. I think Southampton was where he scored 2 goals for me last year. That week where Fernandes got the penalty and everyone went nuts at me. On wildcard, Jota and St Maximin or Bamford and Sarr? Bamford and Sarr, I think, yeah. I do like Jota, though. Jota and Sarr, maybe? Go 3-5-2. What reason will you consider delaying your wildcard from 7 to 8? I've never been locked into a wildcard. I just haven't. There was never ever a guarantee I was doing Game Week 7. I might not even do Game Week 8. We'll just see how things go. I'm just not worried about it, to be honest, like everyone else is. I mean, there is good reason to plan for a wild card. I just like Game Week 8 because you can sell Liverpool players if you want in 7. I don't like following the crowd with Salah for Feel like it's the safest bet. Trent or Torres as differential captain. I don't hate it. Go Trent, I reckon. Clean sheet, potential attack and returns. Better minutes than Torres, possibly. I don't know. I just feel like even though I think Torres is going to start, of course I've still got a slight doubt in my head about whether he definitely will. Torres against Southampton playing number 9 could be good. I'm trying to think, who would I actually captain? I mean, Trent is probably the safer captain out of those two. If you want to go mega differential, I think he's got to be Torres. But like, I always say to people, like, how will you react if Torres is benched? Because if you're not going to cope well, go for Trent. Rasmus, thank you. Jason, over the course of 2 weeks, would you take a -8 or a -12 to bring in Bamford, Basuma, Rudiger, James and Torres, or just use the wild card? Probably use the wild card, maybe, but I don't know if you need to make all those moves. Like, Basuma's not a massive concern. You could go for someone else anyway. James, Torres isn't going to be needed till game week 8, I don't think. If you don't bring Torres in this week, then you just wait till game week 8. So I think you just hold off on the wild card and just see how things go. Take it week by week. And then if you need the wild card, you can just use it. Antonio to Jimenez, I'm benching Monroe for start. I'm benching Veltman for rating 3-4-3. Again, I don't mind Antonio to Jimenez, but you can just play one of those bench players and have Antonio back. I think that's fine. For my mum's team, Simicast or Manquillo in the Manquillo or Manquillo? Manquillo, isn't it? For Newcastle. I'd probably play Manquillo because I think there's more chance of him starting. Stephen, how's it going? Pick 2 from Ailing White and Amabam Delhi. The first two, I think. The first two. Ward-Prowse or Rafinha? Rafinha by a mile. I just not a fan of Ward-Prowse at all in FPL. Good for a wildcard team. Sanchez, Trent, Shaw, Marcel, Salah, Jota, Rafinha, Townsend. Personally, I would prefer Decore or Gray instead of Townsend. I'm not quite sure of the prices. Greenwood, Bamford, Ronaldo, Bench, Steer, Dennis, Brandon Williams, Liverento. Yeah, it looks fine to me. Manquillo, Imperial versus Metric. Thank you, Vega Stromhands. I think that is. You did free hit. What are my opinions? I mean, I wouldn't use it. That's it, basically. I wouldn't use it. I just think, like, if you haven't played FPL before, the free hit is so useful later on in the season. Like, it just helps you manage blanks and doubles so easily almost. Imagine if Simicast starts now. People are going to go nuts at me. Have a great weekend. Thanks for all the fantasy football help with your channel videos. Connor, thank you very much. Have a good weekend too. I'm looking forward to the kind of break tomorrow. I'm probably not going to do a watch long. I'm probably just going to watch Liverpool at 3. I don't have a premium forward, but plan a wild card on game week 8 for Lukaku. I don't have a premium forward, but plan a wild card in game week 8 for Lukaku. I'm considering getting Vardy until then because of his fixtures. I don't think Vardy's a bad option. I still prefer Ronaldo, but there's a big price difference. So if you can only get to Vardy, he's got good fixtures. Upgrade Antonio to Lukaku or Bafemi to Bamford and keep Antonio. Probably the latter, with a plan to get Lukaku from game week 7 or 8 would be my move, Pranav, to be honest. I think, do you know what? Like, as much as I'm saying, like, just wing the wild card, I'm also kind of wish I knew exactly when I was going to use it. Because, for example, like, what's going around in my head is Saar looks fine for the next 3 weeks, but then in game week 8 he's got Liverpool. So I'm thinking if I do that move, I probably want to wild card him out. If I go for Traore and he goes really good, then he's great until like game week 14, and then I'm not worried about him at all. And maybe that foregoes the wild card for a bit longer. That's one of the problems with not knowing it. Tim, thank you. Fernandez and Calvert-Lewin out for Ronaldo and sub 7.5 million. Fernandez and Calvert-Lewin out for... Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah, I like it. Traore or Gray? I'm going to say Traore. Start Brandon Williams over Gilmore and Benrahma. No, I'd play Benrahma, to be honest. Traore is the key to delay the wild card. I don't think I can go Traore. The thing is, if he does really well, then he's got such good fixtures. Justin, have you decided what you'll do? What are your plans? I think I'm going to do Benrahma to Saar. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then just hope for the freaking best. I haven't missed any... Oh, maybe I have. Part of the Gray comment, I am 40k and free hit can help me get back Antonio and Gray for next week. I wouldn't do it. Honestly, it's not worth it. Trust me, that free hit will be way more useful than worrying about Antonio. You know, Pep listens to you and starts accordingly to wind you up. Yeah, Pep was not happy today. I don't think he listens to me, though. -4 to remove Torres. Nah. Remove Torres before Southampton at home. I definitely wouldn't do that. Basic question, is there 2 wildcards in FPL? Yes, there is. One for the first half of the season, one for the second. You can't just save the first one. You've got to use it. That's why a lot of people like just getting rid of it early. So it's just done. Bum, bum, bum. Manchester Evening Paper prediction for City versus Southampton. Ooh. You don't want to see that if you're a Torres owner. The thing is, if Sarr had scored already, like he has scored actually, he has scored. Like, I don't think it's any coincidence Sarr scored in their easiest game against Villa. Brighton, Spurs, Wolves, not that easy. Norwich, Newcastle, Leeds, much better. I don't know. Best Tony replacement. If you haven't got money to go up in price to like Bamford, I would probably just go for Pookie, to be honest with you. Pookie Torres or St. Maximin Rafinha a wild card. Probably St. Maximin Rafinha. But yeah, if I have to pick between those. With a captain return rate of 24%, 25%, blah, blah, blah. CR7 over Salah, any good or start playing it safe? I mean, I don't think we can ever say that Cristiano Ronaldo is a punt, you know? But I think Salah is the better choice this week. But if you went Ronaldo, it's not awful. Mark Smith, goalkeeper Sanchez, Trent, Rudiger, Cody, Gray, Salah, captain, Jota, Torres, Benrahma, Ronaldo, Bamford. Nice, I like it. Being too clever, captain Trent over Salah, Jota. Yeah, again, Salah's the best. Simple as that. I don't think Jota or Trent are bad options, but I do think Salah is better. Wildcard, who would be first and second keeper? I'd probably stick with Sanchez Foster, to be honest. What's stopping you doing Benrahma, Simicast out for Jota and Wolves defender? Money, basically. I don't have any money in the bank. Like, I can show you. Like, to get Jota, like, I've got nowhere near the right money. I need like a £3 million defender. A 2.7 million. If I could do that, I definitely would. I definitely would do it. I would take the hit and get Jota in to get rid of Simicast for like a good defender, but I can't do it. I do like Benrahma to Rafinha, Mark. I do like that move. I mean, again, with all these rumours, I'd like to like definitely know Rafinha was playing, but I don't know if we're going to get that info. Sergio, thank you. Duchamp, yeah. Sanchez, I can switch between Ronaldo and Lukaku in coming weeks. Yeah, looks good. That's a wild card, I assume. Gray, Jota, Salah, Semedo, Duffy, Trent. Looks good. Rafinha's out from the toilet. Why no Wolves players? Because I just haven't wildcarded yet, and I don't know if it's like that much of a rush for me, to be honest. Well, I could get Traore if I wanted to. Should I go for Torres on my wildcard this week? Just for this week? Nah, if you're just going for one player for a week, I would prefer just to get the one you want from next week, to be honest. So, like, if you're thinking about getting Sarr from next week instead of Torres, I would just get Sarr now. That's for Fagerstrom Huns. Navadit, Tony Benrahma, Barnes issues for me. Priced out of Tony to Jimenez by 0.1. Benrahma's got good fixtures. Barnes to Rafinha sounds good. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Again, maybe try and wait till as close to the deadline as possible to see if we get any info, but I don't know if we're going to be honest. But Leeds are the early kickoff, so you never know. I genuinely had a dream last night that Man United won 12-4, but I had Salah captain. Is this a sign? I think it's a sign that you need to go to bed earlier, so you don't have these weird dreams. Oh, my chat's gone again. CR7 Lukaku and Basuma or CR7 Vardy, great. the Lukaku and CR7, I think. Not if you have to play Basuma every week, though, in which case I'd maybe do the second one. Should I go Ailing, like the CR7 Vardy Grey? Should I go Ailing on one wildcard if no any other on 4.5? I think I prefer Veltman to Ailing, Ben White to Ailing. I prefer Marçal to Ailing. I've got Ailing, but I wouldn't rate him that highly if I was on wildcard. I wouldn't own him, that's for sure. Start Livramento. If you've got no other options, you can start him, yeah? I mean, he is playing Man City. That is going to be a tough game. Like, a proper tough game. IRH, thank you very much. Trust me, if I get any information about Rafinha, I will let you know. But I don't have any contacts at Leeds or anything like that. So I'm literally just checking Twitter like everybody else. I've just seen a picture of the Liverpool lads holding their FIFA cards from Bateson. And they look so unhappy. Which 6.1 midfielder or so far out -4 to get Raf and Marçal? Rafinha and Marçal sounds good, yeah. I like that. I'm just typing. I'm trying to get some information about Rafinha. It's not coming. Yeah. Thanks for helping me get top 500, Jamie. Ridiculous. Highest ever overall rank. Wow. I've never been that high. So, no, I have. I have been that high. What was I last year? Like 300 and something. Congratulations. I'm still jealous you're there that early, though. Is there any chance of Salah being rested? Look, there's always a chance, but I would not bet much money on it. I reckon he's going to play. What? He's due a rest. Like, it's game week 5. It's game week 5. Salah doesn't miss many games. Sanchez, James, Trent, Marçal, Salah, Jota, Salah, blah, 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 and Pukki on wildcard, Livramento, Williams, and Soko on bench. Looks good to me. You've got Lukaku, CR7, Salah, and Trent. I like it. I personally, if I was only having one Chelsea defender, I would go for Rudiger, but that's just me. Am I sure Tsimikas won't start? I mean, I'm not going to be sure about anything, but I'm never sure about anything, but I'm fairly sure he won't start. I mean, I wish he would. I wish he could. If he was definitely starting, I would have him in. For sure. He would actually solve a lot of problems. I'd maybe even start him over Benrahma. Rafinha travelled, Harrison hasn't. Yeah, I know. We've all seen, we've all seen that picture. There's a picture doing the rounds when they're in Newcastle. I'm sure that's what Ben's seen as well. I have a budget of 7.4, so I want to replace Tony. Should I go for Jimenez or Iheanacho? I think Jimenez. I think the problem with Iheanacho is, yes, he's amazing if he starts, and he played last night, but Vardy was benched. It was Daka and Iheanacho's. Chances are Iheanacho just gets benched again, so I wouldn't even go there. Like, if he starts getting starts, then great, but I think it's a bit too much of a bet. Exactly. You know what happened last time Salah was benched against them? Rafinha travelled, Harris. Yeah. Take a hit to kick Reguilon and Rata. Who's Rata? I don't know who Rata is. It's going to be someone obvious, isn't it? I probably wouldn't take a hit to get rid of Reguilon, though. Rata. I'm with Rafinha in Marbella right now. I hope he's having a good time. Ask him if he wants to come on the stream. Morata? Raya. Oh, it could be Raya, yeah. Yeah, Raya, okay. Yeah. No, I wouldn't take a hit for them. Sarsameda and White or Rafinha, Marcel and Livramento. The second one, I love Rafinha. I'm gonna get in so much trouble if Rafinha's not playing though. But I mean, we can only go on what we know, right? What we know is he's not been said that he's an issue. Bielsa didn't say he was an issue. Could have happened overnight, I guess. Alex, thank you. Jeff, thank you. Adam, thank you. Is Madison a good choice for the upcoming weeks? Not for me. Not for me. I was planning on doing Benrahma to Rafinha with the rumours. What are your thoughts on Benrahma to Saka instead? I don't... Yeah, I like Saka. I like Saka. If you want to go for someone a bit more safe, then yeah. Especially if you're going to possibly wildcard soon. James or Hold Shaw? Hold Shaw. Oh, on a wildcard, I'd maybe just get Rudiger, to be honest. I would get Rudiger over Shaw on wildcard. I do think Rudiger's fine, by the way. Sorry, I do think Luke Shaw's fine, but I probably would just preempt that fixture swing and just get Rudiger right now. Bench Antonio and play Livramento. Bench Antonio and play Livramento or Benrahma to Gray and Marcel for -4. I kind of like that hit, to be honest, instead of having to play Livramento. If Livramento had a slightly easier fixture, it would be like much easier, you know? Like much more likely to just not take the hit. But it's Man City. It's about as difficult as it gets. Guys, just before we carry on, just before we hopefully get some Rafinha news, we'll see what happens. I just wanted to bring up so I want some help with this, right? If you haven't already checked out Ultimate Fan, I've got it on the screen. This is the app right now. Go and get it downloaded. There is a link in the description below. You just need to be 18 or over from the UK, from Ireland. It's free to play, and there's real money up for grabs. So you can just go and get your packs open now, get your team set ahead of the deadline, and just see what happens. You don't even need to do much more than that if you don't want to. I've got my team here. I'm going to pull up the chat just so I can see it because I've kind of lost it a little bit. And this is a game. It's a new contest every single game week. So I'm only worried about this week, no other week, right? So I'm thinking, do I change Harry Kane for Bamford? This is the move I think I have to do. And do I play Aubameyang instead of Lukaku? Because Lukaku's playing against Spurs. So I want to know, but while I'm doing that, go and get it downloaded right now. Get your packs open. Let me know who you got and get it done before the deadline. Like I said, it's free to play. There's no catches or anything like that. Free to play, and there's $8.5 grand. So if I just come back out of here, I can show you now. That's the scoring system there. This is for this week, week 5. There's like $8.5 grand. It's £1,500 to first place. Second place is 750. I won 25 quid last week. It pays all the way down to like 300th position. So it's kind of worth doing if you want to play it, right? So get going now. I'm thinking about putting in Bamford over Kane. So a few people have said, you want this in the USA. It's not out in the USA. It's just UK and Ireland. But at some point, you know, maybe they could expand it. I don't know if there's any plans for that, to be honest. I think I'm going to put Bamford in instead of Kane. But I just don't know if I want to also put Aubameyang in. I mean, Aubameyang's got Burnley. I think I'm going to do it instead of Ultimate Fan. You've got Jimenez captain. Yeah, I'm going to put Aubameyang in instead of Lukaku. And then defenders, right? So goals are so important in this. So I've got Ruben Diaz. John Stones is out. I think Ruben Diaz in instead of Luke Shaw. And I think that's it. I think I'm done. Joseph is downloaded now. What's the game called? It's called Ultimate Fan. There's a link in the description below. You can go and search on the store, App Store, iOS or Android. But you can also just click that link in the description below. Right, take you straight through, and then you get a captaincy and a golden boot. So golden boot doubles your points for goals, and captaincy doubles your points for everything. I think I'm going to go for Aubameyang and Bamford. I think Bamford's more likely to possibly get an assist than Aubameyang. So that's it. They got to release it in Canada. One day, you never know. One day. So I think that's the team I'm going to go for. Bamford captain, Aubameyang. I'm going to bench Kane and Lukaku for this week. In the future, I'll just put Lukaku back in. And I'm going to have Man United as my team instead of Chelsea. Unless anyone's got any concerns over that. Ultimate Fan team. Wolves, Keane, Zinchenko, Mount captain, Gundogan, Harrison, Connolly, no other forwards. That's fine though. You're getting new packs on Tuesday. You can obviously sign up for the gold, silver subscription if you want to. I'm going to get that locked in. It's going to take a little while to lock in because my iPad is rubbish. But yeah, if you want to give that a download, link in the description below. And like I said, you might as well get it done. It's completely free to play and there's money up for grabs. So go and get it done. We'll have a bit more of a discussion about that at the end of the stream. For now, Let's get back to the FPL. And I'm going to check right now really quickly, just see if anyone's got back to me about Rafinha. I mean, I'm pretending like I've got this massive in the know person. I don't. There is a journalist that covers Leeds, but as of right now, there's no info. I met... The problem is that Rockstar's going to have the team, but he's not going to have it until after the deadline. He's travelled with the squad. That's all we know. I'm keeping him, I think. I don't think I can take him out. Let's all just put Slabhead in and triple captain. You could do. You misclicked and sold Antonio to Bamford. What? That's absolutely mad. That's absolutely mad. I got the Bamford argument. What's your thoughts on 4 out of 5 West Ham and Leeds players head-to-head next week? I wouldn't be massively worried about it, especially if they're all attackers. The Fabrizio Romano. I'm definitely not. I wish I had some in the knows. The best in the know, which I kind of ignored, was a guy, and apologies, I can't remember. Let me see if I've got his name here, because I don't want to... He messaged me. So I do sometimes check my Instagram messages. So this was from... I don't know. I don't want to give his name away anyway in case he doesn't want it given away. And he said that Duffy was going to start the season. And I didn't really ignore it. I just didn't really think too much about it. And obviously, I possibly would have played in that week where he scored the goal. So, yeah. Ronaldo ruined FPL for this year. I don't think he has. What makes you say that? Yeah, I don't think he has. Rafinha and Richarlison for Benrahma and Calvert-Lewin at -4. No, I'd probably keep Benrahma and just take Calvert-Lewin out, to be honest with you. That would probably what I would do if I had that team. That one is giving you a Mawson moment this week. That would be amazing. Anyone that remembers the Alfie Mawson moment is another true OG. So I love that. We can't even pay for super chats from the Caribbean. Never mind Ultimate Fan. Yeah, look, I mean, I love the app, so I really wish it was available to more people. But right now, it is just UK or Ireland, so I've got to just say that. I don't know if there's plans to open it up. I'm sure they will if they can, but right now, it's just UK and Ireland. But if you're from there, you might as well give it a go. Does Bamford have Rafinha in his team? No, I think he said he's not allowed Leeds players. Sal's going to do the business. What's your strategy on 3 Leeds going forward? Well, I'm going to play Rafinha and Bamford every week, and I'll bench Ayling when I need to. My current plan is to maybe get Saar this week, then roll next week, and play Veltman and bench Ayling. And then game week 7, possibly get Lukaku in for Ronaldo and upgrade Ayling to Rudiger. That could be the plan. Ayling to Semedo for a hit. No, I wouldn't do that, I don't think. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Oh, Rafinha is fit apparently. I don't know if it means he's starting. Okay, so the person that's just tweeted about Rafinha, it was also he did just say that Ronaldo was going to start last week, which we kind of already knew, but he did kind of confirm it, and he has been good in the past. So he's basically said Dias Biloli. That's definitely pronounced wrong. And that is his proper name. And he's got a green tick. So to me, that sounds like he's going to be playing. So that is decent. I'm happy about that now. I'm probably going to do Benrahma to Saar. I'm probably going to just do it. -4 Benrahma to Saar. No, I wouldn't do that, I don't think. Yeah. Nah, I don't like it. Even with the price drop, I'm not really a big fan of that -4, Sammy. Daniel, thank you very much. Yeah, I'll put the tweet. So you can go and follow him in the chat. Hang on a sec. There you go. I mean, I'm not saying it's 100% correct, but he has had good info before, so I would probably trust it. Luke with his Ultimate Fan team. Spurs, not bad. What I would remember about the teams is, in Ultimate Fan, because there's a new contest every single week, even if you've got Spurs and they're playing Chelsea, it's not that great. Obviously, when Spurs have a good fixture run, it's decent. Like, I've got Chelsea and Man United as my teams in Ultimate Fan. So I'm playing Man United this week, but when Chelsea's fixtures turn, I'm definitely going to Chelsea. So that's decent. Tierney, nice. Strout, obviously not great this week. Kante's back. Iwobi and Fabio Silva. Just remember, obviously, from next week, you'll get a base pack every Tuesday with a few more cards, and you can also go for the silver gold subscription as well if you want a few extras too. Rafinha or Torres? Rafinha's always going to be the answer. The guy's great. I hope he finally gets some returns tonight. Trincao is completely under the radar. My main worry about Trincao is the fact that his minutes are just I don't know, he just always seems to come off early. And Podence is there. Hwang can play on those wider positions as well. That's my only worry. But they've been playing well, so I don't expect them to change it right now. If you don't have an urgent transfer, mate, can you go Simicast to Livramento? I can, yeah. But I wouldn't do that. I would just hold the transfer this week. If I had 2 free transfers, I'd consider that. The worst thing is that, like, there's nothing wrong with Benrahma, and he could score against Man United. It's at home. Antonio's not there. Someone's got to play up front. He's definitely going to start. I've got no worries about that at all. And then he's got Leeds away and Brentford at home, so it's pretty decent. Like, if Sarr blanks and Benrahma scores, then I just look so stupid. That is in the back of my mind. Whereas if City, City. If Sarr doesn't score and Benrahma, if Sarr scores and Benrahma doesn't, I hold Benrahma. I look like less of an idiot, I think. I've got like 0.2 in the bank, something like that. Yeah, Joe, but you'll get more packs every week, so just keep building the team. Rami, thank you very much. Antonio to Jimenez -4 or play Gil. I'd probably just hold Antonio rather than take a -4. Play Gilmore or Brandon Williams, yeah. On wildcard, Veltman, Duffy, White, Sarr, Traore, Gray. I'd say I'm gonna say White and Sarr. I actually do you know what? I'm gonna say Veltman and Sarr. I think Veltman's decent. Especially if he's going to play right wing back. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Lamptey long term, but could be back. Wildcard, Saka or Traore. I think I'll go Traore. I think White or Cody. White. Antonio to Bamford or Benrahma to Sarr. I think if you have to make a move, you probably take the guy out that's not playing. I don't know. Then again, no, hang on, sorry. Oh, yeah, but you haven't got Bamford, have you? Antonio to Bamford's a good move, I think, especially if you're going to wildcard soon. Thoughts on St. Maximin, fancy returns? I like him. I don't. It's an okay fixture, yeah. I don't mind St. Maximin, but I don't ever see big returns from him. He has been pretty consistent, so I can't really fault him, but he's not really one for me, to be honest with you. Don't forget, keep hitting that like button on the stream, by the way, if you're enjoying it, and obviously hit that subscribe button, because why the hell not? We have got. No way, I can't tell the time. 44 minutes until the deadline. 44 minutes until the deadline. Is Gabriel Jesus overlooked? Maybe a little bit, but Liverpool, Man City got 2 really tough fixtures coming up. Thoughts on Ake? Don't go there. Don't go there. Simple as that. I'm just going to leave it there. Don't go there. Because as soon as Laporte or Stones is back, they're back in the team, right? My mate works for Leeds, and he said Rafinha missed training yesterday with Fishing, but only precautionary. And Harrison last COVID test yesterday was negative, and that's the last test before the game. We'll see. Like, I really don't mean any offense to anybody that's like got a source. I say it like that. That's offensive in itself. Like, who's got a source, but obviously until I know people and I know they've given good information, I'm never going to trust it. Like, it's nothing against anyone in the chat, but you can appreciate people will just start spamming like kind of fake news and stuff like that. So I hope your friend does work at Leeds, and fair play if he does. But to be honest, like that tweet I linked earlier from Football Unit, I'm happy enough with that for Rafinha. Same source as the one that said Salah ate dodgy chicken that time. Did that happen? I don't really remember that. Play Livermore or -4 to get a 7.8 million midfielder instead of Brownhill. I mean, 7.8 million midfielder over Brownhill sounds pretty good, to be honest, especially if it's a long-term move. Especially if you get Jota. That would be good. A -4 for Jota over Livermore, Jacob. I'd like that. Gilmore to Gray. Nice. Obafemi to St. Max. Nah, I'd go Gilmore to Gray, I think, out of those two. Greenwood or Torres. I'm going to say Greenwood just because of the upcoming fixtures and just hope he doesn't lose his place. I think I'm going to do the Benrahma to Sarr move and just hope for the freaking best. Just hope for the freaking best. Honest thoughts on Wolves' defence. I like it. I think their defence looked pretty good last year from an expected goals conceded point of view. It's looking quite good so far this year. I think Semedo is the best option because he's nailed pretty much. That's the reason I would go for him. I do quite like the Wolves' defence, to be honest. Why don't I swear? I don't know. Why? Is there a need to swear? Would that make the stream better? Watford expected goals second lowest. I know. But they have played some tricky-ish teams. Yeah. FPL Squad Bigs. Ultimate Fan is good fun. Been playing for a while from your previous videos. How's your fan team and your son's team? So yeah, Ultimate Fan, glad you've been enjoying it. Hopefully you got a good squad. Fan team is looking good. I'm not making a transfer. I'm just captaining Salah. And my son's FPL team. So literally, I had a conversation with him earlier. We're in the car waiting for my missus, and he said, I need to take out Calvert-Lewin. Who for? And I was like, I've told you all week. Just get Bamford. And he went, I'm going to get Jesus. So there you go. Team's looking good. His team's looking good, but he's gone for Jesus instead of Bamford. The problem is this year is he's got his own phone now. So last year we kept forgetting the deadline, so I had to log into my phone to do it. So he's got his own phone, so he can see the team. So I just constantly get updates. He's probably watching now. I constantly get updates from him. I should have gone for this player. Oh, this guy hasn't scored. I'm like 2 points behind this person in our estate, and like he's so panicked about getting ahead of him, even though there's like 34 weeks to go. I just get constant updates on his team. Like I'd tell you now, if Bamford scores tonight, it'd be like, oh, I should have gone for him over Jesus. It's like having FPL Twitter in your ear, but in your house the whole time. Can you put your players in the right position? Nah. What do you mean? Anyway. I don't know what you mean, right position. Like colour coded, you mean? Bruno to Rafinha or Benrahma to Rafinha -4. Have CR7. You get rid of Benrahma before you get rid of Bruno, right? Who to bench? Ailing, Gray or Ailing? Antonio and Calvert-Lewin for Jimenez and Bamford -4, or just pick one. Yeah, I would just do Calvert-Lewin. If you've got a good bench player, I would just do Calvert-Lewin to one of them. Bamford probably. He means bench order. Not sure what you mean. Benrahma to Rafinha from -4. I don't think I would do it from -4. Rate my wildcard 11. Sanchez, Trent, James. I would go for Rudiger. Marcel, Duffy, Salah, Rafinha, Torres, Gray, Ronaldo, Lukaku with Gallagher and Livramento on the bench. Nice. Loz, as a long-term Sar holder, let me say you're mad. He's terrible. Don't do it. Oh my God, no. I still want to do it. Is he terrible, or has he just had fairly poor fixtures? Replacement for Antonio and Calvert-Lewin. Bamford and Jimenez. Wildcard this week. Ramsdale, Trent, Marcel, Firpo. Wow, you're really going for it. Salah, Rafinha, Torres, Sarr, Bamford. Your thoughts? I kind of like the Firpo punt. I don't know if Leeds' defence is worth investing in, though. And again, Ramsdale, I feel like there's a little bit of risk with it, but if it works out, it's looking great. Now, I'm not putting Trent on the right. I can't bother with that. Sometimes it just takes to. Is there like a way to actually do that like well? Because I feel like you have to like click on the bench and then you have to try and make sure the player goes back in the right position. There's no like quick way to do it. That's why I can never be bothered to do it. I want to use my free hit, but do you lose? Yeah, if you use a free hit, you only ever get one transfer the week after. Ben White or any other £5 million defender. Ben White's decent enough. To be honest, I can't remember all the defenders that are 5 million or less. Tierney and Semedo I'd probably go for over Ben White if you want to spend 5. As a Man United fan, the Salah Ronaldo captaincy choice is so difficult. I really don't think it is. I think you have to just split your real world opinions and your FPL opinions and realise that Salah is the best option this week. Look, Ronaldo could outscore him, right? He's brilliant, but my bet's on Salah. Daniel Baban, thank you. There was a time I could walk over to you and say hi, and here I am trying to get your attention in your chat. Great to see you doing things. Absolute legend. Jack. Is that Jack from EA? It's Jack. It's good. It's Jack good at FIFA. Buckley. Ridiculous at FIFA. Buckley. You can never get your questions answered in chat. It's like 10,500 people watching. It's mental. It is mental. Who would you recommend as a £7.9 million midfielder? Jota. Semedo in for Ayling or Veltman? Ayling. Choose 2 to start. I mean, Ayling's probably got the better fixture this week, but I prefer to hold Veltman longer term. Jack is ridiculous at FIFA, by the way. He used to work together at EA. He's mad. Like, I feel like I'm okay, like against the average person, but different level. Choose 2 to start. Reguilon, Duffy, Alan Williams. Chelsea. I feel like I would still start Reguilon and Duffy, just because Reguilon gets forward so much. Bamford doesn't have himself in his team. All you need to know, get him out. But is he allowed to do that? Espen was modern at 500 subs. Boom. What a legend. Espen's around for a long time. That is a long time ago now, 500 subs. 4-5-1 with Ayling, Trent, Shaw, Veltman, Rafinha, Benrahma, Greenwood, or 3-5-2. No, that's a long question, right? That's just you didn't need to list the whole team. It's just that must just be a one player difference, right? It's just this person or this person. It's Veltman versus, I don't know, Ben. I can't even work it out. Sarr, Ronaldo, Tony. Is that just Veltman versus Tony? In which case, just play Tony. I think that's right. There's a lot of players there. I think I've deciphered that question. Is Rafinha starting? Hopefully, yeah. Rami, Cody or Marçal? I'm going to say Marçal. I know Aït-Nouri could play, but I think you just go for Marçal and then just maybe get rid of him later on. They're allowed Leeds players, just not themselves. That's a bit... Okay. I feel like it should be... Yeah, no, maybe that makes sense. But imagine if Bamford didn't have himself and he had Rafinha and he was ahead in his mini-league and he knew that if Rafinha scored, he'd lose it, and so he passed elsewhere. Imagine that. Da, 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 da. No way. Someone just messaged me and says that Simicast is starting. I won't say who. Hang on a second. I gotta be honest, I've got no reason to doubt this person. I'm not gonna say who it is, but like if you knew, you'd be laughing. I trust it enough to change it. I trust it enough to change. I don't know if I want to start Veltman ahead of Ayling. Hang on, I need to get to the bottom of this. Now, Rockstar doesn't get early team. Rockstar just gets the lineups, which are obviously really handy, but I don't think he has early news like this. Don't do SAR if you missed anything, you bank to transfer. Yeah, I do know that banking a transfer is a decent move. 352, Sanchez, Trent, Semedo, DS, wildcard, baby. Jimenez, Bamford, SAR. Where's Ronaldo? Oh, he got De Bruyne. Good luck, Postman Pat. I used to watch you when I was younger. Big fan. Keep Ben White or Ayling for long term. Ben White. Ultimate fan won't let me sign up. That's weird. What country are you in? It's not Ben Foster. It's not Ben Foster. So far to Semedo. If he doesn't start now, how annoying is that going to be? Yeah, I've just got Klopp on WhatsApp. So far to Semedo. I can't concentrate now. And Tony 7.5 million striker. I would go for Jimenez, Luke. Bamford versus Richarlison versus Jimenez. Bamford. Benjamin, thank you very much. I I'm gonna play him. Yeah, that's what I would think. Surely he plays. I don't know. Like I kind of feel the same thing. Why wouldn't he just start in the cup game? Like, it would make sense, right? To play him against Norwich on Tuesday. Now, Rafinha should be fine. Hang on. All I'll say is, right, I don't know. I've never had info from this person before. This might be incorrect, right? I am gonna put him in my team and I'm gonna keep him there. If you want to do the same, that's up to you. I'm not gonna be held responsible. Like, if he doesn't start, I'm just gonna block and mute people that moan about it to me. I don't know. Someone has DM'd me who I've got reason to believe could be legit. That's all I'll say. It's enough for me to put him in. Like, yeah, I don't want to say who it is. But yeah, I'm gonna put him in. It's up to you. If you don't want to put him in, I completely agree, right? It makes sense for him to play against Norwich. I agree. But I think if there's a chance that he plays, I'm just gonna do it. Let me just how'd you check? Just texted Salah. Look, I'm just. That's all I don't know. I'm just gonna. I don't know. It could be rubbish. It could be rubbish. He might just play the last 10 minutes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I got to be honest. I wish I just put Simicast in now and not said anything else because everyone's going to moan either way. He'll either play or he won't. He might get benched. He might get benched. I text Klopp. Should I play Foster or Sanchez? I'm playing Sanchez. Wilson, Buendia, Benrahma to Bamford, Rafinha, Sarr -4. Wilson, Buendia, Benrahma to Bamford, Rafinha, Sarr -4. That sounds pretty nice, yeah. You got 3 players who've either got bad fixtures or probably aren't going to play. B money. I like the first one, to be honest. Need to overhaul mid. Have Salah, Torres, Mount, Benrahma, Smith Rowe got 0.6. Wildcard last week, we forgot to add Gray and Jota before price rise. Well, you just need to make. You don't need to necessarily make any moves. Smith Rowe to like Gray could be good. That's for Duncan. Should I transfer Simicast in for Regulon? I'll leave that up to you. I'll leave it up to you. Again, I'm not going to be held responsible for anything that happens from here. Like, I agree. It doesn't make sense for him to start, does it? Captain Pookie, Ronaldo, or one of the Liverpool lads. Salah. Yeah, Salah. Benrahma plus a 4.5 forward to Basuma and Jimenez -4. No, I'd probably just keep him. Versus Greenwood and a 4.5 forward to Basuma, Gray, Bamford -4. I don't think you need the -4s there, I don't think. Just play 4-5-1 Ivans. Who to bench? Sissoko or Veltman? Probably Sissoko, I think. Best Mahrez replacement: Rafinha or Jota or Roll? Jota. I don't think Mahrez is going to start. I mean, it's Pep, so you never know. I don't think he's very likely to start. Legit, just clicked in another stream. Looks identical. Well, I'm glad you're here now. Always drama on the deadline day. Bruno to De Bruyne. I wouldn't do that this week. Would you do Sarr and Gray or Benrahma and Kovacic? Sarr and Gray, for sure. Rafinha and Saka or Gray and Pepe? Rafinha and Saka, I think. Gray and Cancelo for Benrahma and Luka Dean. Yeah, I quite like that. If it's not for a hit, I quite like it. Tony to Jimenez, yeah, that looks good too. Should I keep Antonio? You can definitely bench Antonio. Like, it's not an issue. Torres and Antonio out for Sarr and Bamford -4. I would just do Antonio to Bamford if you can afford it. Amati or Duffy? Duffy. Search for Simicast on Twitter. There was loads of people complaining he was a silver on FIFA 22. Ouch. He'll be gold next year. If he doesn't start, I'm going to be watching that game now. Just like, oh my god, don't come on. At least, does he play before? Okay, he plays before Veltman. That's a little bit better. What one for Calvert-Lewin? Richarlison. I would go for Jimenez, but Corey, I know you're going to go for more pay. I don't know why you're asking, but I would go for Jimenez out of them. Sancho to Jota or Reguilon to Rudiger for a hit. Sancho to Jota, I think. Sancho should start though. Maybe wouldn't take a hit for either, but Sancho to Jota probably. Do you think Alonso's nailed? He started every game. I don't think he's nailed for much longer. I'd be really surprised if Chilwell doesn't play a bit more often. So I feel like we've missed the boat now. Tony or Veltman, who to bench? Veltman. Williams or Luca Dean to start this week in my team? Luca Dean. Double Walls defensive risk. I don't think it's a massive risk. Like I would happily play double Brighton defense, for example. 23 minutes until the deadline. The honest answer is I don't know if Tsimikas is going to start, but I'm happy to now put him in. There we go. That's all I'll say. That's what I'll say. That's all I can say on the matter. Maybe it's worth just doing it anyway. But the thing is, if he doesn't start, there is a chance he comes on for a cameo. You have to know that, like, right? Lukaku and Dennis or Bamford and Jimenez. I think Bamford and Jimenez. No, I wouldn't take Lukaku out from -4. That's for sure. Adieu or Amity or Duffy in defence. Probably Duffy. Torres or Greenwood. Torres for this week, Greenwood for the next couple. Is CR7, Lukaku, Salah and Trent too many premiums? Not if you can fit them in. I personally wouldn't do it, but there's plenty of teams that look pretty good with all of them. Take a hit now to swap Harrison for Rafinha. I'd possibly do that, yeah. It does sound like Harrison's going to miss out. Sarah, Marçal or Semedo and Gray? Semedo and Gray. 10,000 people watching. That's it. Absolutely. Give it a like. Give it a like. Give it a like. I don't want to put Foster in because I just always worry that like he'll come on at the end, like Backman gets injured after 60 minutes or something. Is scripting in FIFA a thing? No. I think I've left EA now where I'm not even under NDA anymore, but it's not a thing. It's not a thing at all. I used to ask people as well. So that was me typing that noise. I actually need a new keyboard soon. One of the buttons. I don't know. I've got like one of those keyboards you can pull the buttons up off, but one of them's like just dodgy as anything. Sarr and Marçal or Semedo. Oh yeah, Semedo go. Jimenez and Rafinha or Bamford and Sarr. Ooh, Bamford and Sarr. Torres / Street or Gray Pookie. Gray Pookie if you have to play them every week. Captain Jesus punt. I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a punt. It's not that bad. It's Southampton at home. It's Man City, but it's a punt. Like it's up to you. How are you going to feel if that doesn't work out and everyone else has got Salah? You know, are you considering Damari Gray for Benrahma? I'm actually considering Sarr for Benrahma. It should probably be Gray. Sigurd, thank you. Adam, Rafinha, Cancelo, Torres, Rudiger, or Greenwood, Semedo. Rafinha, Cancelo, I think. Habs, big question. Best 4.5 million striker, they're all rubbish. Just pick a striker from the team you're least likely to want 3 players from. Like, none of them I don't think are going to get minutes. Like, not regularly anyway. I don't know if any of them like have come on more often than not so far. Like, how many of them actually have minutes already? Forwards. Yeah, none of them had minutes so far. I just pick one. Like, I wouldn't go for Locadia, for example, because I might want... I've already got triple Brighton, so whoever you don't think you're going to want triple from, go for them. Too much typing on this stream. Rafinha captain. Again, when someone says Rafinha captain thoughts, I don't really know what to say. Like, because I don't think they're the best captain. Like, what more can I say? I mean, it's fine. He's a good option. Like, he's probably in the top 10, I would say, this week. But that's about it. He's not very high up the top. Sigurd again, thank you. Yevbergs need to bench Marcel, Gray or Barnes. Marcel. Sakasar, on Sar, I can get Antonio back next week. That sounds good to me. Thoughts on Sancho? Could he get benched? I don't think so. I suspect he'll start again. I think we'll see Pogba. I think we'll possibly see Pogba in the middle. And then Sancho starting again. But he hasn't been great. So I guess there is a chance he gets benched. But again, I can't say for sure. Traore, Trincao, Traore, I think. Already done Calvin to Bamford. Does Reguilon to Semedo worth a hit? Probably not, no. Defenders from Chelsea, I consider Alonso or James. I'd go Rudiger. Would you play Veltman and Duffy over Benrahma? Nah. I'm literally not doing that. I'm playing Benrahma over. Even if I keep Benrahma, I would definitely play him. I'm quite distracted. I will say I'm a little bit more distracted than normal. Play Reece James, Adama Traore, or Trincao. I'd play the attackers. I mean, I don't. It's not that nice benching like Reece James, but I would probably play the attackers. Announce Adama. Now I'm going to go for Sarr. I think I'm going to go for Sarr. Hope he's on penalties. Wouldn't that be amazing? He gets a couple of penalties in the next few games. Any Rafinha? Yeah, Rafinha should be fine. Again, like you never know for definite, but it should be fine. I'm a little behind in my league. I wouldn't worry about making different kinds of moves just to chase him in leagues. Like, there's so much of the season left. Just pick the best player, like the best captain, etc. Need to play Gray or Barnes. He was far in Europa League. Leicester against Brighton. I'd probably play Gray over Barnes, I think. You're right, though. He was really good. I mean, personally, I would like to play both of them. Vabhav, thank you very much. Summary, thank you. Rudiger essential considering future fixtures. I mean, he's not. No, he can't be. You can't be essential now for fixtures coming in the future. I would probably have him on a wild card, but he's not essential. Is it worth swapping Benrahma or Torres for Rafinha from -4? I mean, I definitely wouldn't swap Torres this week for -4. I think I'd go Benrahma, but -4. I don't know if I would do that, to be honest. Doodle-doo. So the guy that was tweeting about Rafinha earlier said the latest suggests that he starts. Again, I don't know if that's definite or not, but there we go. Gray or Odegaard? Gray, for sure. Like, I don't hate Gray that much, you know. Only reads donations by the looks of it. Absolutely correct. There you go. That's why I just read that. Is Robertson going to start? I don't know. My assumption was going to be he was going to start, but I'm going to play Simicast and hope for the best now. Trent captain, possible clean sheet and assist. I really don't mind Trent as a captain option, but if you've got Salah, I'm always going to prefer the attacker every time. Yeah, no, I saw the tweet. All I can say is what I said. I feel confident enough-ish to play Simicast. Like, this is, I've not got a source that I've like had before to say that he's definitely playing. Like, there is risk to it, yeah, absolutely. If you feel like that's too risky, don't play him. All right, it's your team. You can make your own decision. You know. There's still 13 minutes to the deadline. Son to Jota for a -4. I would definitely consider that, yeah, because there's no guarantee Son plays. We haven't really got any news. I would get rid. Sarah and Marçal or Gray and Semedo. Sarah and Marçal or Gray and Semedo. Gray and Semedo. Every week I'm getting wildcard fear of missing out. You're going to get that a lot. Some people I feel like they just need to use it so they can start focusing on their team more. I wouldn't put too much faith in Harrison starting, but you never know. Joe Cronin, rapid fingers on the keyboard. I know, I type too much. Doodle-doo. The only thing, what I can't get out of my head about this whole Simicast thing is, why would he not play in the cup? Why would he not play in the cup? I mean, that's what makes no sense to me. If there was no cup game, I would kind of get it. So that's why I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. He can play both games. I just don't see why Robertson would get benched twice. He will be subbed off, but not if he comes on for a cameo. Not if he comes on for a cameo. Which was my major worry the whole time. Oh, the tweet has been deleted that said... The tweet's been deleted that said that it suggests that he starts. I think at this point I have to keep Rafinha anyway. Hang on. Yeah, look, anyone that says Robertson definitely starts, like, why would he not get benched in the cup? I completely agree. I don't get it either. I don't have any more information, you know. We're starting Simicast over Ailing. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Trent captain, possible clean sheet. Yeah, done that one. Sarah Marsa, yeah, done that one. Trent and James for -8. Dyer and Antonio out. Trent outscores Antonio over the next 4 and makes me back that -8. Maybe. I don't know about bringing Reece James in for -8 as well, though. I don't like the sound of that -8, to be honest with you. Rafinha and Semedo for Simicast and Benrahma. Yeah, I like it. I mean, even if Simicast does start this week, randomly, then he's not going to be an option longer term anyway. So, thoughts on Grealish being rested? I mean, he's literally started every single game. I wouldn't overthink it too much. I think he's going to play again. Do I take a -4 to get rid of Mahrez and Tony, but for who? You could do, yeah, it depends who you've already got. Rafinha and Bamford could be good. Antonio to Bamford or Shaw to Semedo Rudiger for free. I wouldn't do the Shaw move, and I wouldn't necessarily do the Bamford move. But you got 2 free transfers. Yeah, probably the Bamford one then. Greenwood or Sancho long term. Greenwood on wildcard. Semedo and Marçal double up. Keep Antonio or get Jim. If you've got a good bench, I think I'll keep Antonio on wildcard. Veltman or Brandon Williams. Veltman. I've been going back and forth on this all day. Ailing to Semedo for a -4. I really need to pee. Anyway, Ailing to Semedo for a -4. No, I probably wouldn't do that. I can do it, yeah, if I get rid of Sarr, but I'm not going to. Sorry, if I bring Sarr in. Last minute wildcard thoughts. Jota, Sarr, Jimenez or Lukaku, Kovacic, Sissoko. Definitely the first one. Definitely the first one. Should I take out Barnes for Jota for a -4? Probably not. No. Ronaldo, De Bruyne free transfer. No. Like, why are we getting rid of Ronaldo all of a sudden? I don't think I'd be doing that. Here's Stogden looking for some tips. Now I've overtaken him. Doodle doodle doo doo doo. Have we got any more tweets? I would leave the super chats now as we get close to the deadline. I got to make my move and stuff. I'm going to be distracted. Oh wow, those just coming. Gray or Gundogan for game week 5? Gundogan. Is Dennis as a third striker likely to bring returns? I wouldn't have him if I have to play him every week. I think he's okay as a bench option. So he's Greenwood and 4.5 striker, or Jimenez and Jimenez over Greenwood. Benrahma, Sarr, Gray on a wild card. I'm gonna say Sarr. But everyone else would tell you to go Gray, so... Where's that tweet gone about Rafinha starting? He's deleted it and hasn't tweeted again. So is there worries there? Seb saying stand down. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thought the Leeds will bottle it today. Remember I said this and tweet me later. I'll tweet you later. Yeah, don't worry. Don't you panic. I'll even save that, you know. I'm gonna set my transfer up. I'm gonna set it up. Oh, Benrahma's gonna score again. Not only is Benrahma gonna score, he's gonna score against Man United and wipe out my Shaw clean sheet. And it's gonna be a rubbish weekend. 0.4, so I could do Ailing to Semedo for -4. It is tempting. It is tempting. I could just do it next week for free. Although I would say that surely Semedo must be close to going up, is he? Yeah, he's close to going up. I don't think I'm going to save the transfer. I don't think I'm going to. Rafinha starts according to who? The tweet that was already out about Rafinha is gone. Yeah, I think... Okay. Okay, Football Intelligence Unit has replied to me and said, it was a timed tweet that I forgot to delete earlier. Don't worry, everything is well. So it sounds pretty good for Rafinha. Sounds pretty good for Rafinha. Do. How long we got left? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Do I respond to all DMs? No, not really. There's so many. I love everyone just saying Rafinha's bench, Rafinha's starting, Rafinha's bench, as if everyone's got like an in the know. There's a part of me that's tempted by Traore. There is a part of me that's tempted by him. But I'm not going to do it. Traore or Rafinha. Rafinha is the best 6.5 million mid. As long as he starts tonight. It's looking good, but who knows? Who knows? Rafinha is Brazilian, confirmed. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more news. Sarr. Imagine if Sarr doesn't play. If Benrahma outscored, the problem I've got right now is I'm thinking like if this doesn't go well, will I regret it more than if I net? That's always how I think about it. If I go for it and it doesn't work out, Benrahma outscores Sarr, will that annoy me more than not going for it and Sarr scoring well? I think I'll be more annoyed if Sarr does well and I don't own him now. Norwich away. If it was at home, it'd be a bit nicer. Then Newcastle at home. Leeds away. Is he near a price drop? No, he's actually going up. Wow, that's surprising. If you were Welsh, would you bring Dan James for a 1 week punt on wildcard? Probably not. But if you love him, go for it. I hope it works out for you. Try Rafinha. To be honest, right, Rafinha's with the squad, so even if he's benched, he'll probably come on. So I definitely keep him. I'm going for it. There we go. We're done. Ronaldo vice captain, Salah captain, Sarr is in for Benrahma. I'm going to play Tsimikas and just freaking hope for the best. Oh, you know what's going to happen? Tsimikas is not going to start. He's going to come on for a one-pointer and Veltman's going to score. And I'm going to cry. I'm playing Gilmore over Veltman CF, but I think Veltman's a pretty good option this week, to be honest. I didn't really mind. In the end, I didn't really mind playing him at all, but there we go. Benrahma might play up front. It could be him or Bowen against Man United because Antonio's out. Yeah, Traore could do well. I think, whatever, they're all 6 million midfielders. Let's see what happens. Gray was probably the one, wasn't he? Gray is probably the one. And also I would have saved some money. Maybe I should have done that. Are we locked in? We're locked in. We're absolutely locked in. I'm locked in. Tsimikas is playing. Oh my god, it's going to go so wrong. And I've gone for Sarr over Gray. I can't win with that one, I don't think. If Gray does really well, I'm just going to get it in the neck. I'm already ready for that, to be honest with you. Before you all jump off, don't forget to give the stream a like. Obviously, hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. Thought you were hiding your last moves. I'm not gonna hide everything, but I mean, I talked about Sarr so much, you know. Oh, let's see what happens. Don't forget, right, before you all jump off, don't forget that Ultimate Fan, the deadline is not till 8 o'clock. So if you're not already signed up, you're not already locked in, go and get that locked in now before, obviously the FPL deadline's done anyway now, so you can't really do anything else with it. Go and get it downloaded. There's a link in the description below. You can just go and search Ultimate Fan on the App Store and the Android Store. This is my team. Don't forget, by the way, if you go on mod, so you see next to team and mod, don't forget to put your golden boot and your capsule on. You get them every single week, so it doesn't really matter. And there is $8,500 up for grabs for Game Week 5, and it's free to play. You just have to be 18 or over, UK or Ireland. Just go and get it downloaded now. Whatever packs, whatever players you get, just set the team. You never know what might happen. And then every single week you get some new packs anyway. Yeah, it's proper decent. I really enjoy playing it. Like last week, I got 25 quid because I played Aubameyang against Norwich. And that's the kind of thing you can do. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you've got your teams locked in. I packed so Ardy. I packed Lukaku on Ultimate Fan. Boom. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, you can. So there are gold and silver subscriptions. That gets you a few extra packs every week, but you can't just keep buying them. So, like on FIFA, you can just keep buying pack after pack after pack. If you've got a gold subscription, and so do I, which I do have, then you get the extra players every single week, but you only get like the one pack. So you can't just go out and buy loads. So you can't like get massively ahead of everyone else, which is probably a good thing for my wallet, to be honest. So it's just one subscription every week. And then there's like, every month. And there's a bunch of stuff that comes with that subscription. So you can see at the bottom there, you get a £5 Uber Eats voucher, 50% off a Discovery Box by the Personal Barber. They've got like an integration type thing with Beer 52 as well, I believe. There's also the Clash Mode 2. So this is who I'm up against this week. And if I beat all them, I get an extra card too. So there's loads of cool new stuff. They're going to add trading and that as well to the game. So yeah, if you haven't already... I'm just going to put my team in. I think Diaz and Reece James. That's what I'm going to go with. If you haven't checked it out, like I said, there is a link in the description below. Forget about FPL now until the Leeds team sheet comes out. Pretzel squad, first pack, Ultimate Fan, got Salah and Liverpool. Oh my days. So now get Golden Boot and all captaincy on Salah. You have to do it. Job done. Like I said, completely free to play. There you go. If you don't want to sign up for the gold and silver subscription, you don't have to. You can just get your free packs every week anyway. You might as well stick a team in and see if you win, right? There's no reason not to. So if you're 18 and over, UK and Ireland, do it now. Click that link in the description below. Luke, Ultimate Fan team, Man City, Trent, Tierney, Salah, Pogba, Grealish and Jimenez. That looks so good for this week. So good. That's what I like. So I've got Lukaku and Kane not in the team, but later on I'll definitely be able to put them in. So yeah, looking good. Get Bamford on the channel soon. I would love to do that. If anyone's got a contact for Bamford, put him in touch with me. We'll get him on the channel. I'd love to get Antonio as well. You age before every deadline. Yeah, I know. The problem is there's 38 of them every season. I hope Torres does start because if I had him, I would have definitely kept him. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Give the stream a like. Hit that subscribe button. Good luck in Ultimate Fan and good luck in FPL this week. One last time, if you haven't already downloaded it, you might as well go and get a team locked in before the deadline. Link in the description below. And yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again on Sunday. Day off tomorrow. We're back on Sunday with an EJ stream. See you then.